Okay, I hope I can talk. I have congestion. Check this out, ladies and gentlemen. Today's Tuesday morning, Sunday night. I came down with a fever and really bad fatigue. I had to go to bed at like 8 at night. I was exhausted. I woke up with 101 fever. Oh my, and when you get flu symptoms in December of 2020, and you live in Los Angeles, where there are a lot of pandemic spikes, you got to get tested. So I had to go from Torrance, I had to get a test from LA County, I had to go to the Crenshaw Christian Center, which is about 15 miles from my house. It took me 20 minutes to get to the Crenshaw Christian Center. It's a drive-through where you have a little bag with a swab in it and you have to swab yourself. It took me 20 minutes to get to the center, but an hour in line. It was just winding around these cones. It was a nightmare. The worst part of the test was you put your swab you seal it in a bag, and you have to put it in what looks like a mailbox. The mailbox was so overflowing with other bags that I had to touch mine in the box and touch these bags. I mean, I had rubbing alcohol in my car, which I used, but that was very, very nerve-wracking situation. So I get the results in 24 to 36 hours to see if I have COVID. I'll have to do an update on that. Today I don't feel as bad, but I still have some aches and pains. I still have a little bit of congestion here. I don't have a fever. You know what's weird about this COVID thing? Some people are asymptomatic. Some people have minor symptoms. Some people are fighting for their life. There's a whole spectrum. Then it's also flu season. You could just have the common flu, so I got to figure that out. So funny enough, I was thinking before I came down with this little illness, let's hope it's little, I have no idea. Oh, one more thing. I have O positive blood. Apparently, that's good if you get COVID. Apparently, if you're going to get COVID, having O positive is, according to some studies, is your best bet. But whatever, we'll see. So what I want to talk about today are cool and not so cool reasons for wanting to live, reasons for living. And we have some very common reasons for wanting to live. We want to stay connected to our loved ones. We're not ready for the next life, if we believe in that, or we're not ready for the cessation of consciousness, if we don't believe in anything. So, but there are some really cool reasons to live that I want to talk about. I mean, I want to live because I'm curious about everything. I want to know, am I ever going to eat another piece of Dutch apple pie that is as life-changing as the last time I had Dutch apple pie, which was like 5 years ago? I need to know. I mean, can someone make a Dutch apple pie as amazing as the last Dutch apple pie I had? I want to know, is there ever going to be a quarterback that's going to blow my mind as much as Dan Marino? Bear in mind, Dan Marino played when they had really tough defenses. Now they've kind of neutralized the defense with all these rules. So Dan Marino playing today would be ridiculous. I want to know, is there ever going to be a Dan Marino again? I want to know, will I ever be blown away by an all-around athlete like Bo Jackson? I think the one athlete who's captured my imagination than anyone in the history of athletes that I've seen is Bo Jackson. Will there be another one in my lifetime? I don't know. Will there ever be another Game of Thrones? Game of Thrones is interesting to me. Now, my wife was into it more than I was. She knew all the characters' names. She knew all the subplots. I still liked it a lot. What fascinates me about Game of Thrones is we live in a niche society where everyone watches their little YouTube channels and everything's broken apart into little entertainment silos. But Game of Thrones was an exception. It brought more and more millions of people together. I wonder if we'll have another blockbuster like that captures the imagination of people. Now, my wife and I do watch a show, The Mandalorian. I want to know what's going to happen to Baby Yoda when he turns into a teenager, when he becomes an adult. Is he going to be a good person? Is he going to go to the dark side? Is he going to change his name from Grogu to something that sounds a little less babyish? I just want to know. I'm curious. Social media. What's going to happen with that, man? Is it going to continue to steal our free will and make us go crazy and bring chaos to the world? Or are we going to adapt to it and find a way to rein it in and make social media less toxic, less chaos producing than it is right now? I'm fascinated by what we're going to do with that. I'm also fascinated by the deep fake, the ability to create a synthetic representation of reality. And evil people, of course, will use that to create a false reality bubble, which would probably destroy free democracy. Are we going to have technology that's going to create a counter to the deep fake or not? I mean, it's terrifying, but just as a guy who's watching the world unfold, like someone watching a movie unfold, I am curious to know that. I want to live. I want to see what happens to genetic technology. Are we going to be able to create super people who live to 1,000, who have IQs of 300? And if we do, will it be for all of us, that technology, or just for the super rich? Will it be like a Gattaca situation? That's something I really want to know quite a bit. And so curiosity keeps me wanting to live more than just, the usual reasons why we want to live. Please don't have COVID, bro. We'll see. Could be, may have to get a second negative before I'm released. I was supposed to shop at Trader Joe's today with a mask, but I don't want to be a super spreader. So I'm staying home, man. I'm locked up in my room, man. No working out either, man. Not until I get cleared. So we'll see. Here's some not so cool reasons for wanting to live. And tell me if you know people like this. There's some people, their will to live is their anger, their spite, and their bitterness. Yes, how could anger, spite, and bitterness will you to live? Because you want to outlive your enemies. And so the desire, the fiery desire to outlive your enemies could cause you to live a long life. Of course, what a horrible life that is in terms of quality of life. That is a horrible life. Here's another thing. A lot of us want to live a long life because we just want to get a lot of bang for our buck. You know how when you buy a car and you want to get like 500,000 miles on it, and you'll read stories about that. I got a Toyota Corolla 1970 and I put 1,000,000 miles on it. I got a 1971 Volvo 240 DL and I put 1.5 million miles on it. And the car dealerships will put the postcard up on the wall. Maybe some of us want to live a long life just because it's like putting miles on an odometer. But in that case, it's not cool because there's no connection between that mentality and the quality of life. So there are some uncool reasons that people want to live a long time. What do you guys think are some of your curious interests that make you want to keep going on? And what maybe not so cool reasons do you see people wanting to go on? That's my presentation. I hope the next time I do a presentation, I continue to get better. I hope I don't have bad news, but COVID is like doubled in a week in Los Angeles. I don't even know how I got exposed to it. I'm the only person in my family who gets exposed because I shop at Trader Joe's every Tuesday morning, but not today. I guess we're going to do the Instacart thing. And I'll be hiding in my room. My daughters are scared of me. The dude got a COVID test, so that's today's presentation. I will update this COVID situation. Until next time, I am out.